There's a risk in everything. Equitable partnerships are an investment. It's an investment of my time and my thoughts, my systems, my everything that I will put into it. They're still an investment, but that is the name of the game.
Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, where me and Donni just get on here and kind of talk about our experiences and our weeks and give you a whole bunch of game. Yo, people are really, really loving this coaching thing we got going on.
They do. I've been reading the comments. They're very positive. But I think because people can see themselves in the scenario,
For sure.
they love it.
For sure.
And because so many people don't really understand what coaching is, it kind of gives them a glimpse into what that looks like.
And there's a lot of entrepreneurs that follow us. And we are the number 43. We hit, well, here's the thing. With the charts, it's like up and down.
All the time.
So we could say, yo, top 50 podcasts, but it's not every week.
It's not every week.
Not every day. And it changes every day.
But I think that it's okay because we can prove that we've been at that number,
100%,
right?
100%.
So I think once we hit that milestone, like once you're a bestseller, you're always a bestseller, even if you're not on the bestsellers list today. So we top 43.
Absolutely. I think today we looked.
I'm changing my bio.
Today it was 47, I want to say.
43.
Which our high before that was 50. So this week we broke 47, 43, went back to 47. But what helps, guys, is subscribing to the podcast, okay? Like if you go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, Apple is the chart that we're looking at, but if you go to the Apple Podcast, please subscribe. Is everybody here subscribed to the podcast? Actually hitting subscribe button. What about, you got it? And YouTube. YouTube, we're subscribed? Okay. Are you guys paying for Patreon? Yeah, no? Let me see. Are you on Patreon? What level? First level. All right, don't be just not. All right, well, we'll take the first. I'm not mad at the first level as long as there's a level. Because I really just want to talk about Patreon because Donni. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about what happened?
Should I talk about the one that I'm going to start?
No, don't talk about that one.
Okay.
You could start a you know what? You should start a Patreon. But you don't want to do that much work. You already have a version of a Patreon.
I have a membership group. I am about to actually implement my Actionable Woman membership group. And
really?
So I had Actionable Woman.
Can I partner with you on it? I don't got to be on it.
You want to? I'm serious.
I'm serious too.
Let's set that up. You run people to it. I pay you a percentage every single month.
I don't want to be a commissioner. I don't want to commission anything. I want to start something and then we build it and make money together.
I understand. Let's discuss that. Let's do it.
Let's discuss it now. How would that work?
I am all about strategic partnerships, especially with you. Yeah. If there's anybody that I'm thinking of partnering with on anything, David is always first. So.
Yes, same here. So I tried to partner with Donni on a Patreon, but she just didn't.
I did not have the time capacity.
Right, which is why you're on this 7-figure path this year. And how's it going?
It is going well. So
what
far,
episode was that? Then we started talking about the $1 million journey.
It was on, somebody look that up real quick.
Was it 102?
101. I think it was 101.
101,
it
yeah.
Was 101.
So we were saying, we're going to make this our first 7-figure calendar year. Okay. Anybody other than Eric, you've done multiples. So I think he's judging our little 7 figures too. No way. I felt judgment and
he looking at me like my little goal ain't.
He's like, I did that years ago.
He's saying my earrings worth more than your goal.
That's a fact. That's what he's saying.
Oh, you hit that little monthly number? My earrings are worth more than that.
Eric is over there silently stunting. He didn't have to say nothing to us. But so the 7-figure journey, how's it been going? And I got, in full transparency, you called 1 month. It was like in the middle of the month. It's like, I don't know if it's happening.
This month. I didn't know if I was hitting the goal that month.
Yeah.
But we hit the goal. So when I called you that month, I was definitely, you're right. I was like, I don't know.
And I gave her a motivational speech.
Shans called to check in. And he's like, how's it going? I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of sketchy. And he's like, well, why is it sketchy? And it was actually past the half point of the month. We were like 3 weeks in. And I'm like, well, I'm going to hit it. But what I don't like is like just sliding in and crossing over the finish line before the buzzer, right? And so what I want to do now, and I'm still in full transparency, just sliding over the finish line right before the buzzer. So in order to make $1 million in a year, you've got to do $83,333.33 in a month. I would like to have hit that by like the 20th of the month instead of sliding in and waiting for those last 2 days to, kind of do what they do.
It was one month, you was like, I think it might have been like the 7th or something like that. And it was like 40 up or something like that. It was
so I always start, my first week of the month is always like over half of the goal. And that's just because of how my billing is set up with my clients. So for you guys who don't know, I have a lot of recurring billing from clients who pay for high ticket coaching services. And so the way that they're set up, I have most of my billing at the beginning of the month, and then the rest of it comes in at the end. But last month, if somebody had missed a payment, if somebody had decided that it was a wrap, I would not have hit the goal. And that's what the problem is. I need to do this easily. So this month, I set a $100,000 goal. And I know that I will exceed $83,333.33, but I am not yet sure if I'll hit $100,000, but we'll see.
We won't say the date.
But I am working toward it as though. And I am in a place where, honestly, we said this before. I don't know if we said it on the podcast or if we were just talking. I'm at a place where I feel like I'm not doing the work. Like, I be having a whole lot of free time lately.
Yes.
I've been having a whole lot of free time. And just 6 months ago, I was busy, like busy, no time.
Making less money.
And now I have all this time and I'm making more money. So I feel like, well, what if I got busy again? This would be a no-brainer. Like, we'd be talking about a $2 or $3 million year. So that's where I am right now. Like, when is enough? And I know that $1 million is not enough for me. I know it's not enough for you. Either you could look at this 2 ways. Either you're taking the opportunity that you have right now totally for granted, or we really didn't figure this systems and automation stuff out.
That's a fact. Yeah, you know what Marquel just said? We were just talking to him. He said, you know what keeps people from making $1 million? $500,000. Because at $500,000, you can do some stuff.
Oh, you can do some stuff.
You can chill. And I was just being honest. I was like, I feel like the $500,000 or the $1 million, it's like going to that next level. I really like what's going on here. This is cool. Like, we obviously my morning meetup, get to like talk to people, we'll do these content creation boot camps. We got like the ads running and stuff like that. And I get to kind of usher Jovan into full-time entrepreneurship. And it's like all kind of cool stuff going on. But I think at every level you can get complacent. I remember a manager, he was a server at the Cheesecake Factory with us. Then he became a manager. And servers would make $35,000, $40,000. Manager went to $80,000. Life got good for my man. However, he still had to work 50, 60 hours a week. So I think any step up can be the enemy to the big step.
Yeah. So what do you think about the time that you have? Because I know that you have a whole lot of time as well. Do you feel like you should be looking for more things to occupy that time? Or do you feel like I have my business operating the way that I want it to operate, like, and I'm hands off? I go back and forth.
I don't know. I don't feel like I have time, because every time I have time, I fill it with something. So these last few weeks have been consumed with Bitcoin and like cryptocurrency. Yeah, you know what I need to do? And I really consider this because it was up. Are you a crypto investor? Super up. Y'all remember about a week and a half ago?
And then it was
super down.
Super down.
I'm nervous. I was super nervous because it wasn't like I got $1,000 and like I got some money in the market. because it was all working. You put some money in, a couple of days later, it goes up. Oh, let's go heavier. Oh, let's go heavier. But it was such an emotional roller coaster, man. Because it goes down and then it creeps up a little bit and you're like, oh, great. And then it drops further and you're like, oh gosh, like what's going on? I didn't take my money out the market and I'm gonna stop doing all this crypto stuff and just keep doing my traditional business stuff. But it's fun.
Yeah, so I don't do traditional buy and hold. I scout the market.
So you trade?
Yeah.
Really? I'm about to start trading.
Because whether, with trading, whether it goes up in value or down, you can still make money. I like to watch the market and I'll spend like an hour just sitting at the computer and doing my thing and I'm out.
Is this a part of your income, your monthly income?
That I'm counting? No, because I'm not consistent.
And you're not taking it necessarily.
I'm not
taking it out for sure. Okay. So I'm actually going to be we're going to be having a conversation with Fitz. You know Financially Fitz? Financially. So we did a podcast with him that released this past Monday. You didn't see it? Okay.
I was traveling on Monday.
Okay, cool. So
I watch the podcast on the weekends, just FYI, because I get caught up in the rabbit hole of the comments. I be on those comments and sometimes I start
clap back. But I'm about to learn this whole new money thing because I think there's these stages of entrepreneurship, right? You have a job and you have income. You take that income and you put it into a business and you hope it grows, right? And when the business starts to grow, you make money and you keep putting it back into the business, which is good, but there has to be a plan of taking some of that money out and investing in something that you're not working for. So when I first started, I would take the money, put it back into the brand. Every dollar, I take some to live and I put the rest back into the brand, or I'm saving it as a reserve just in case something goes wrong in the business. But I don't care how small the percentage is. You need to have some money somewhere that's making you money somehow. Sitting in the bank is dangerous. Actually, when you put money in the bank, you're losing money. It's almost like, I was going to make a video like this. Cryptocurrency and stock market, it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, right? The US dollar goes like this consistently. If we looked at the US dollar on a chart, we should be nervous as this whole Bitcoin swing. So what has been your strategy for, what do you do with your money? What do you do with your money, Donni? I don't think I've ever asked you that. Other than buy watches and shoes. Because you buy shoes a lot.
I have no watches, no jewelry or anything on, but you stay iced out.
It's my little every day. It's a watch. You need to know what time it is.
Yeah, you do need to know what time it is.
What do you do with your money?
Honestly, in full transparency, I have been reinvesting back into my business. That's what I do primarily. So I do different things with my money. I am looking for larger investments. I'm looking for external investments that you can see, tangible investments. But I've recently started to become obsessed with life insurance policies.
Really?
Because they gain 6% interest. So it just makes more sense. I treat life insurance policies now as savings accounts because you're going to gain 6% interest on it in the bank. You gain 0.001%. So you can take out loans and things against your own policy and still earn at 6% interest. So right now, that's where my interest is.
Let me ask you this though. So life insurance, the benefit is if something happens to you, then they cash out your family member.
Well, it depends on the policy that you have. So there's several different types of policies. Whole life policies and term life policies are the two that I focus on. So yes, in one regard, if something happens to you that causes death, then your family is covered for whatever you've purchased your insurance for. And then on another regard, you can have disability insurance. So if something happens and you can't work, you have insurance that will cover you for whatever that policy is for. You also have whole life policy that you can treat like a savings account. If there's an emergency, like the pandemic, and you've paid into this policy, you can borrow against it and utilize it as income. You can take a loan against your own money. So it doesn't just serve you in death; it can serve you in life as well.
I have life insurance, but I don't really understand that game as a play for making money, as an entrepreneurial endeavor, getting life insurance.
So Kenny actually taught me a lot about life insurance, and I'm not a life insurance expert. I just know what I know about what I'm using my policies for. So you can You can literally, let's say you want to go into a dealership and buy a car for $50,000. If you have $50,000 in your policy, instead of taking a loan out at the dealership, right, for $50,000 and paying 8% interest, 4% interest, or 14% interest, whatever it is, depending on your credit, you can go, if you have a whole life policy, you can go and say, hey, I want to borrow $50,000 of my dollars that I have in this policy. Go to the dealership with a check in hand, and you will pay yourself back. You'll be borrowing the money, say at like, I think 4% interest, but your money is still gaining 6% interest. So you'll be paying yourself back with interest. And that's how your money makes money there. You can leverage your life insurance policy to literally pay for your life.
Dang, that's dope. So is that something you put money in every month?
Yeah, so you can do a lump sum, or you can pay it monthly.
Gotcha. So you put like $20,000 in, and you can borrow against that $20,000.
No, you can borrow against whatever the policy's worth based on how long you've had it. So if your policy is worth $100,000 based on the time that you've had it, because you're buying insurance that's valued at more than what you've actually paid. Your insurance doesn't just pay you out on what you've paid, for it. So if you got $100,000 worth of policy, say you've had it for 2 years, and of your $1 million, you've earned $100,000, you can borrow against that $100,000. And the cool thing is your interest will still accumulate based on the original. So if I had a $100,000 policy or $100,000 in my policy and I took out 50, that 6% interest is still accruing on the 100,000. It doesn't factor in the fact that I took out 50.
Oh. My wife, she just said it casually that she like recently took out another policy on me. Should I feel a way about that?
Just because it's you. No, but she wants to make sure she is financially secure. Listen, if something happened to this guy...
Like she was talking about, so I got this, I took out another policy on you, and then just kept it moving because she know I ain't really into that like that.
Do you know you can take out a policy on anybody? I can take out a policy on you.
I feel a lot of heat in this room. I feel like somebody plotting. Like, really? I'm going to talk to my wife about that. Now I'm thinking about it, like, why would you?
But here's the thing about life insurance. Most people don't understand its in-life benefit. They only understand its after-death benefits. And you have to get with a person who doesn't just sell insurance, but they educate you on the real life working benefits. Because until Kenny told me that stuff, I had no idea that these things existed. I thought life insurance was just in the event that you passed away, somebody is going to be fine. And I'm like, well, I don't want to pay all this money. I just work. I figured I'd take that $1,500 a month or that $15,000.
That's my thought.
And I would just work. But no, the money multiplies. Like paying $1,500 a month or $15,000 or $20,000 into the policy, I believe as long as I have it a year, they get $1 million. They don't get the $20,000. They get $1 million.
But if they live up until a certain point, you just put that money into something and you don't get that back.
But there's no way to multiply your money like that. Just putting that money in an account.
But you put the $1,500 if the person lives.
No. If the person lives, you can cash out your life insurance policy.
Really?
That's why it's important to have term and whole. So term is just covering you for a period of time.
Okay.
And you can cash out your life insurance policy. So you need to get with someone, because again, I don't want the insurance Nazis coming after me in the comments. I understand what I understand about my policies, okay? I'm not an advisor. So I'll put you on to somebody that will educate you very well.
Remember we did that episode and Robert was like, yo, I canceled my life insurance because I'd rather put that money in a building. And either way, it sounded weird to me. But anyway.
And so the thing is, he's not necessarily totally wrong. So if the real estate strategy...
I don't think he's wrong. It's just I don't understand it. Still.
Yeah, his wealth strategy was through real estate, and Robert was making it a this or that. And it's not a this or that thing. It's a this and this. It's a this and that thing, right? Gotcha. So we need life insurance because let's say you had the same strategy and all your money was tied up in real estate. And let's say you got injured and you couldn't work and you needed money today. Well, your money being tied up in real estate, first, a transaction has to take place.
Look, have you created a course And in your course, you're giving away all the game. It's packed with so much game, but for some reason, your clients that actually buy the course, they're not getting to it, okay? There's a large percentage of people that don't even open a course after they buy it. But the way you make more money is you have to get other people to take the course and they become your testimonials, and then that sells the other courses. But for something's happening in your course where people are taking it, but they're not getting through it and you're not getting the testimonials, okay? So there's a process that helps you navigate from, you might be really good at teaching it, but the transition from you teaching it to people receiving it, something's broken in there, okay? So I want you to check out the course Rewired program. That company helps create a real training, content-packed course. It's also going to be, they have real teachers and facilitators in there. They got graphic designers that'll help revitalize your whole course, okay? So what I need you to do, if you want an engaging, consumable, a course that over-delivers, go to ShaturaLadorn.com. It is below, ShaturaLadorn.com. Or you can click the link that's below here and you can book a consultation to see if, this company is definitely going to be a good fit for you, okay? And I can vouch for Shatura. She does a lot of work with me and my program and the podcast. So make sure you go to ShaturaLadorn.com or click the link and book the consultation. All right, back to the episode.
We may not have transaction take place kind of time. We might not have the time to wait on that. Whereas your real estate, your insurance policy, you call your insurance company and say, I need this money. And they give it to you.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So you put money in. You put money in your policy monthly.
Yeah, I pay monthly. You can pay lump sum, but I pay monthly.
What else?
For my policy, I put it back into my business. I have recently put it back into team specifically in my business. So recently, I've started to hire people.
That's a good topic too, because some people think put money back in their business, and people don't know what that means exactly.
Yeah. So when I say putting money back into my business, for me specifically, I have put it into hiring, so into payroll. I've put it into payroll. I have also upgraded systems. So if I was using a software that was like a Band-Aid remedy because of what I could afford at the time that I got it, I've gone in now and upgraded those programs.
Give me an example.
For example, when I first started, I was using a company called MailChimp for my email marketing. I then upgraded once I could to Active Campaign because they did a little bit more. They had email marketing, they had automations and great funnels. And now I use a system even better than Active Campaign called Keep by Infusionsoft because I can build out my sales processes and my funnels and my emails, and their deliverability rates are magnificent. So, whereas with MailChimp, I was paying maybe $14 a month, I think. With Active Campaign, Active Campaign, I think it was like $34.99 a month. With Keep by Infusionsoft, I want to say it's like $199 a month.
Gotcha.
So I upgrade my systems and things like that. But I also have money that's available for me to invest with. So I would like to start heavily investing in real estate, commercial or residential.
Gotcha.
I have been scouring the markets looking for a vehicle to purchase. Pushman Mitch told me about some cars to purchase for Turo and hire a car.
What you thinking? What you looking at?
I am looking at I'm looking at economy vehicles. I'm not looking at luxury high-end vehicles.
Gotcha.
I'm looking at economy vehicles that I can sell easily or manage easily in the event that anything went wrong. So that's what I'm looking to do. But yeah, just like you, I need other things to do with business. Also, I this year, one of my bigger goals was to have equitable partnerships in other companies. And it's so funny because somebody last week, maybe a week and a half ago, did a strategy call with me to see if it was a good idea for me to be their business coach. And their business is doing about $30,000 a month. And, they're ready to scale it to the next level. And she and her partner needed to think about it. They needed to talk and discuss their finances. And I just got an email from them yesterday. And the email is saying, hey, I know we make $30,000 a month, but they broke down how they're reinvesting this $30,000 and how it really boils down to not having anything else. And they offered me an equitable position in their company instead. And I've not responded to the email yet. And I don't want anybody calling me like, Donni, for equity in the company, can you coach me? In their particular business model, I need to look further into it. But based on them as CEOs and their brand and what they've already been able to do on their own, it's a good idea.
Can I get down? What are you looking at them for?
So, yeah, I can get down on some of yours. If
I have an equitable partnership, yeah.
I need in on the partnership with Maddie and Pushman Mitch.
I don't really have a partnership like...
You got an affiliate relationship with both.
Why are you all in my business? Anyway, I'm saying...
Listen, let me just tell you, I have never had a man just walk in and drop $20,000, $40,000 in my lap. Like, yo, you owe me $70,000, right? This is David from the stage. Like, you understand that you owe me.
What are we talking about right now?
You owe me $70,000. Mitch goes out to the trunk and comes back and just drops like 20. It was 20 or 40,000. I can't remember dollars in my lap. And I felt in that moment like I need to be a part of this. I need to be a part of it.
No. I'm talking about the email you got. So
I understand what you're talking about. I'm just
trying to pivot the conversation.
I'm just saying same time.
No, that's kind of dope though. So, but anyway.
Equitable partnerships for me is where it's at right now because even with, there's a risk in everything. Equitable partnerships are an investment. It's an investment of my time and my thoughts, my systems, my everything that I will put into it. They're still an investment, but that is the name of the game right now. And it's something that for this year specifically on my vision board, I wanted to create 6 to 10 equitable partnerships this year. And I only have one so far. So
what would be a good business model that you'd look at for equitable partnership?
So I'm not sure that it's actually a business model that's niche specific, so to speak. I think when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at a couple of different things. Right now, I'm just not at a place. So right now, it has to be conducive to my lifestyle and it has to be conducive to the way that I want to operate. I am not at a place to work with a company in exchange for only equitable partnership from the ground up.
Right, gotcha.
I understand somebody's brand new baby can go and blow up and be massive, and I wish you the best on that. I can't do that groundwork right now, though. I was at ground level for so many years. I just have no desire. Yeah. I know what that takes. So for me, it needs to already be a profitable company. Yeah. It needs to have owners behind it that understand systems and operations. I'm looking at the mindset of the people who own it. They need to be ready to reinvest back into the company. So if you've been doing this on your own, you understand that we're putting people in place. We're putting teams in place. It needs to be somebody who is coachable. And then also someone that I can learn from in the process as well. Like I don't want to necessarily come in and be the know-it-all of their business. Yeah. It needs to be something that when the two of us connect, it's magnificent.
Gotcha. Anybody want to sell a piece of their company to me and Donni? What you got? Come to the mic. Let's talk about it.
There's the mic
right there. I'm trying to see what's happening. Y'all, you never know. He might strike a deal.
Might strike a deal in real time.
All right, what you got, man? What's your name?
Leander Howard II.
Leander?
Howard II.
Leander Howard II.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
So I got a resume writing company called Spark Your Resume. We specialize in resume enhancement, LinkedIn profile development, interview coaching, and career coaching. We actually we're about to launch a community that I just built. So like a V1 model. So pretty much...
What's V1?
Version 1, yeah.
Version 1?
Yeah, version 1 of a product.
Okay.
So really it's to test the market, see if it's something that people would want to buy, right? So with that being said, we have a community where we'll send you like weekly jobs. The whole goal is really send you like personalized connections, something that LinkedIn isn't doing right now. I think they're missing the community aspect of LinkedIn. Yeah. People still got to work to understand how to use the platform. So we want to make it easier. In the past 14 months, we did about $120K in revenue. First time being an entrepreneur.
Put the camera on him somehow, Joe. There's no way to do that. But then we'd have to mess that one up. Okay, no, don't worry
all
about
good.
it. Yeah. I'm sorry, YouTube.
But so yeah, we did $120K in the past 14 months. First time being an entrepreneur. But I think we have something really special when it comes to the resume writing company in the space, because whether you're an entrepreneur or a business owner or a job seeker, you might need a resume, and most definitely a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn has over 756 million members on the platform in over 200 countries. Number one professional search engine for
Hold
recruiters.
on. Actually, Joe, we'll just pick that one up or that one, either one of them, and just put it back when we're ready. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So 114,000 in 14 months.
Like 120K.
120.
So you're roughly doing, average is like, my best month was like 25,000 in March of this year.
And you're writing all the resumes yourself?
No. So I have a team. Well, I have contractors. I got one full-time employee. Well, 3 full-time employees I outsource. I got a VA in the Philippines. Two VAs in the Philippines. One's an executive administrative assistant. He does all my like LinkedIn outreach. I got a VA that's doing all my marketing. And then I have a full-time sales rep. Well, customer success manager that handles like, he does customer success up front and on the back end. So we're kind of switching that role now because before it was a lot having my resume writers do like intro calls and stuff like that. So he'll be taking all the calls and then I got the resume writers doing everything on the back end now. So they're not really interacting with the clients.
Got you. Donni?
I think it's awesome.
You ain't with it?
I think your business is awesome. So I have mixed feelings about it.
Wow.
Yeah, ask some questions. I'm really to answer.
I believe that I have mixed feelings about it primarily because my mission is entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. And so there's a conflict with me here with resume writing. It's not something that I would push people toward because I want to push people toward entrepreneurship. On the flip side, not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur, and I'm fully aware of that. So I'm thinking about ethically, does this fit into what I believe in, right? I'm also thinking about, if they also just had a division of the company that wrote business plans, then I could be with it. If we provided resumes and business plans, because there's absolutely no need for a business owner to have a resume. Maybe a condensed format business plan, but not a resume.
I do think it's an opportunity for us to tap into the business owner aspect when it comes to LinkedIn.
No, that part for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So I even tried to tell David about LinkedIn. I was at the EYL event.
That's really
like EYL is where, EYL.
Pick it up and hold it.
What do you call it? LinkedIn is absolutely where it's at right now.
No, just on the tripod.
I am.
I'm sorry, we're trying to work it out. Yeah, you just got to do that, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Good. But for content creators, I think it's most definitely lucrative. And for businesses, like it's the number one platform for B2B. Even with like podcasts, I even think artists should be on LinkedIn because 1% of people post content.
So what do you need? What do you need from your business right now that would garner an equitable partnership? What do you feel like David and I could bring to your table?
I think honestly, just like I'm just in that space where I got to be in the room around other people that's doing it. I feel like I'm done pretty well so far. Like I work full time, making $80K. I'm not going to name the company.
So you still work and you made an extra little 120.
Right. So I started my business March 2020. I graduated from Georgia State May 2020. So I started my business right before I graduated. Had a full-time job at the company working as a financial analyst, still there now. And then running my business as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what would you
need help with?
What do you need help with? Because just being in the room isn't enough.
Right.
What do you need help with? First of all, what's your goal? Where are you trying to scale your business?
And I want to know, just like on Shark Tank, where they say, how much percentage for how much money?
Yeah.
Right. So
throw that out there.
No money.
No, if it was
no money. Oh yeah,
coaching.
No money. Yeah, you're right.
Right, coaching. Right. So
my bad. I'm sorry.
Let me do this. Stay in your lane over here.
So I use like, I think I'm pretty good with like softwares and systems. I use Keep as well. I think the main thing I need help with probably is marketing and scaling. Like ads, like I'm not familiar with that space. But I most definitely think that we got something good if I can get it out there to the market for sure.
What percentage of your company do you think you're willing to
we come as a package? You got both of us.
Yeah, for I would say anywhere between.
I wish the people in audio could see the way his legs is dancing. This joint is crazy. He got the wiggles.
I would say anywhere between 3 to 7%.
Have a nice day, Leander.
Yeah, 3 to 7. I don't know. It's a lot of work.
It is.
For the 7%. Because if you make 100,000, we make 7,000. If you make $1 million, We make $70,000.
Have a nice day, Leander.
10%.
Is that your final answer?
He said 10. Let's just keep going until he says 50.
50?
Let's just keep laying it on. So in all seriousness, you want the part of your business that actually makes it grow. You need the entire growth strategy. Right? Yeah.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
You do. So
most definitely.
What's your plan otherwise?
Keep hustling.
Keep hustling.
Yeah, keep hustling.
I like it. But do me a favor. Spend some time and prepare for this conversation. You know what I mean?
Sure.
If that's something you're looking for.
Well,
it's hard to like on a whim say, yo, I give you, because he went from 4 to 7 to 10.
He went from 3 to 10. I'm somewhere right around the 15% mark, right?
Yeah. I was
thinking 20.
That's negotiable.
I'm somewhere around the 15%
I'm still stuck with
mark.
the 7%. So
well, I'm somewhere around the 15% mark to even start the conversation. Okay. At 20%, we can have the attorney set up on the Zoom by the end of the week.
Yeah, we can turn that joint up though.
And we would turn it up.
Here's the thing.
Honestly, I mean, that's
all this. There's influx of entrepreneurship, right? Because the government put a lot of money in the streets. Next year, a lot of y'all going back to them jobs.
Oh,
okay?
no.
Y'all going right back to them jobs.
For sure. It's not meant for everybody, for sure.
Yeah, especially the LinkedIn thing. I think we all need LinkedIn because most of us are on like Instagram or Facebook. Things
Only.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Leander, you go and
think about
paddle your feet a little bit and see if 20% is a number that you could live with. Because here's the thing.
Not for sure.
Would you rather have 80% of $1 million or 100% of $120,000?
No, I get it for sure.
Yeah, man. We got advertising space on the podcast.
No, for sure. I get it.
I like this.
Yeah, I'm not greedy in business at all. I just, right partnership.
And we aren't greedy. It just has to be worth my time.
For sure.
There's not much I'm going to do for $70,000.
Yeah.
No, for a fact.
For the year.
That we got to split.
It's
a fact. No,
that won't even cover the watch on David's arm. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Yes, sir. Hold on, come to the mic. Because we need to hear it.
Do you take it off his revenue or off his profit? That's a different number.
We having conversations. This little ghetto Shark Tank thing we got going on right now. This is good.
So right now in profit, we had like 40% of what we make after I pay headcount. And like systems, software, like headcount. So 40%. So we're doing pretty well. I mean, most businesses do like 10% in profit.
Well, no.
I don't know.
On average.
No. Not most digital businesses. Yeah. So the first thing that I would do is go through and audit your expenses, because 40% to be 60% heavy on expenses for a digital business is very, very, very heavy, especially when you're generating about $100,000 a year. You should be almost in full profit, like right now. So I will go through and audit your systems, your teams, all of your expenses that you're spending money on. We get that number down. So your expenses shouldn't be any more than about 30 to 35% of your gross revenues.
Okay.
Period.
That'd be dope. I think it's just headcount. Honestly, I looked at my financial model. It's headcount for sure.
Yeah.
The systems and softwares are like probably 10%.
Yeah, you're probably overpaying people.
Maybe.
Your systems and software shouldn't even be 10%. You should not be spending $10,000 a month in systems and software.
Oh, no. It's $1,500.
Yeah, no, you made $120 for the year. So you made $10,000 total for the year.
Got you. Yeah. So we'd audit that, but we need to get that overhead down to about 30% of your revenue, because you don't have, it's just people and systems. You don't have rent and mortgage and space, and you're not shipping anything. You don't have shipping costs. So your expenses are way too high.
Yeah.
20%. We got a conversation. Anything other than that, just don't even speak when I walk out the door.
Appreciate you. All right, who else? Who else trying to sell some of that company? What's up, Joe? You look curious.
I'm curious, but not now. Just starting.
All right, man.
You can be in the starting phase for.
Hey, man, that's how you catch them, man.
We can skip a look. Now, are we talking about the Living Blessed brand? Do you own Living Blessed 100%?
Hold on. You're talking about you want to partner on your personal brand? That's a manager, though, isn't it? And then you put all this work in, and then if you get Mike, please.
So what I have, I know it's a 6 and 7 figure brand.
Did his voice get deeper?
I think
Of
so.
course it did. I got to speak with authority.
He's single, trying to get-
Got you.
So
He's single
yes,
and
what I
slim now. Now he's trying to get him a little slimmy.
Nah, so yeah, what I have, I know it's just me executing on it because I didn't just know it's going to be a 6 and 7 brand because it's a very unique thing that I'm doing. Nobody's talking about, so when nobody's talking about coaching men who's been molested, lived life of homosexuality, who need to like pretty much transform their lives and really focus on becoming a better person. So that's my space. You know, I've been going through Donnie's course. I've been slacking, but I'm going through Donnie's course and really just getting some clarification. And then really now to have the mental clarity that I needed to get with me quitting my job, it's like I know like, okay, I'm focused and laser focused on it now. So what I'm doing is I hired a VA to run Living Blessed for me. So I don't have to be so knee deep into it. And then now what I have going now is, okay, now I can focus on Jovan Palmer and really like make this thing take off.
I kind of want in on Living Blessed.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, we
can get that though, because he ain't doing nothing with it.
Yeah, I mean, you can get it.
You got a trademark? You trademarked it?
It's in the process now. It's the state process is going. I just got Deanna's going to do my trademark for the international portion of it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can investing in people's personal brand is hard for me because humans are inconsistent.
True.
So any day you can get up and say, I don't feel like working today, or I'm done, or I want to do something else.
Right.
And there's nothing the brand is built on. This guy on Clubhouse, he was saying how he built a podcast. He built a podcast that was based on him. He's the host, and he still sold it. He sold it for like $50,000, nothing super significant. But I thought that was interesting that they bought the podcast, and I guess he brought on a co-host and transitioned out. So almost like Social Brew Podcast, I start, bring Donni on, and then transition out some episodes. She's on half the episodes, then she's on a few more episodes, then some by herself, and then transition out. That would be cool. Not saying I'm selling, not saying that I'm not.
Anything's possible. I've gotten 3 offers, or I've been asked to have 3 conversations to sell 6-figure EDU.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm not ready to sell it at this time.
Why nobody offer me nothing to buy nothing? I feel like somebody should offer me something to buy something. I got some stuff going on.
You have amazing things.
Why people don't offer me stuff? Anyway, can we get the Living Blessed? What do you want? What percentage?
He's not doing anything with it?
So for Living Blessed, I don't know these like numbers is not my thing. So that's why I try to I just make the number, order shirts, get everything going, of course, the whole process.
Let me ask you, how much would you sell the company for?
How much would I sell the whole company for?
Mm-hmm.
What do you need today?
Today, right now.
Right now.
What would you sell the whole company for?
Because I know it's a dope brand, gotta be $100K.
It ain't dope if you ain't doing that with it.
First of
all, calm down.
How much have you made with it?
Haven't made $100K, but still.
Have you made 50K?
Yes.
I need to see the financial.
Over how many years?
Over 3 years, yeah.
Over 3 years. Mm-hmm. So you do about 15,000 a year?
If that. Probably less than 50K, then probably about 40.
See how confident he was a second ago? So probably 40.
Yeah, I say 40.
So I would sell it at 3 times more.
So 120.
No. Than what you make in a year.
You made 40, yeah.
Got you. Okay. Okay. I mean,
Who both said no?
I would definitely sell it. I mean, I'm not that emotionally attached to it to where it's like.
So you sell it for 30 grand?
I would sell it for 30 grand with a percentage.
I'll give you 12,000 right now.
Right now. Run it.
See? I would. Actually, I would.
Let's do it. I got 6.
I would need a percentage back though. I need at least a percentage.
What do you mean?
What are you
going to be doing?
What are you doing?
I mean, it's still mine.
No, it's not.
If you sell it.
100% y'all's.
100%.
Everything, domain, all that stuff over
Everything. 12 grand
Domain,
today.
yeah.
I can have that to you in an hour.
12,000.
As soon as we finish filming, we'll run to the bank. I got my 6.
Yeah, I got 6. We only got to do that. We can sell it. We can sell it.
$12,000 right now.
Run
it. All right. So I need to see the trademark. You got the trademark.
Deanna, I haven't talked to Deanna, but she got to do it. I can get the trademark.
Email me right now. You complete that process. Mm-hmm. Email me proof that the trademark application is in.
So when she does it, I'll send it to you.
Oh, when she does it.
Yeah, we've just been in talks about it, getting like the pricing and stuff like that, as far as what it's going to cost me to actually go ahead and get the trademark.
So it's not trademarked yet?
No.
The application hasn't
But
even
by the
been
time
put
the
in.
episode airs, it will be.
Oh yeah, you need to do that immediately
No,
because
let's just get the trademark. Take that
well, we
$1,500
want to make
out.
sure that the trademark can be trademarked because
It can
who
be
knows?
trademarked.
We could be sued by
The real living blessed people.
not living blessed
Living
is
single.
and living single.
But we can't be sued by them.
How you know?
It's just not a copyright infringement.
It looks
it's not a
the
trademark
same, though.
infringement.
It's not.
Is it a different? It's a different logo design,
How
right?
you know, Javon? It's not.
Are
you selling us?
I've had this whole
It's not.
conversation.
Well, I don't
If
know
you go on the
because
website, check it out.
I can't take the advice of somebody who don't know their numbers. This is serious. This
Nah,
is why you
totally.
gotta.
Nah.
This is serious. Like
Yeah.
if you don't know your
I've learned
numbers,
so-
I
no,
can't.
I've learned so much within like a short span of time in my whole college career from y'all. So anything y'all say to me, I'm taking it straight to. I'm not taking it to the head.
All right,
So
we give
this
you
is what we'll do.
$4,000. We're straight.
Right. We will give you $9,000 right now. You don't worry about the trademark. We'll take care of it. And if we've got to change the logo design, we just change the logo design. We'll invest in what needs to happen.
You have the what is the website?
IamLivingBlessed.com.
I am Living Blessed. So livingblessed.com is not available.
It might be.
Living Blessed. Let's check that. I'm sure the first thing you would do is go to livingblessed.com versus I am Living Blessed, unless you did I am Living Blessed because livingblessed.com wasn't available. And yeah, we needed this trademark before the show. Instagram wasn't available. Okay, let's check the Living Blessed. Jay Remy, are you buying it right now? You got I'm buying it face. Look at you. He was just looking down like, you never know.
I might put a bug before you guys.
That's a fact. Let's see.
So livingblessed.com is taken, but you can buy it for $119.
For 100.
No.
No,
They'll
that's
search for
the
you.
service.
Yeah.
There's a little white man on there that says, I can find out if I can buy it for you for $119.
Sure.
Trust me, I know.
Okay, so what is this? What is this Living Blessed dead trademark that was abandoned? Clothing wear, footwear.
That's the one somebody else did it before me. So when me and
Oh,
Dan
it's
was talking,
abandoned.
somebody, yes,
Yeah, but they
abandoned on
have
there.
a period of time to come back and reclaim that.
Right.
Do they?
Yeah. Hold on, let's see something here. Let's can you hand me that?
I think I got like $3,000 for you, man. Just
It's just looking
It's looking
it's looking
bleak,
less
brother.
and less
look at Blake
solid.
right now.
Mm.
At least you get all your under your belt. Yo, sold a company. I built a company and sold it.
I mean, it's cool. It sounds cool.
Yeah, just saying. Okay, well, we need the details. Well,
It's looking less and less marketable at this
Are
point.
you calling
know what
somebody?
I mean? I was calling Kendra to see like real time. What's
call
up?
her. Call her.
It's going to voicemail. So I was.
Oh, she don't really know or like you like that. Let me see.
First of all,
Let me hit Kendra.
definitely because we got business outside of you.
What you mean? I connected y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Let me call Kendra.
It definitely.
You're blocked.
Did she block me?
You're blocked.
Not blocked.
David.
Hey, Kendra, what's
Hold
up?
on, Kendra. I literally just
You're live
called
on
you.
the Social Proof Podcast. How
Did
are
you send me the voicemail, Kendra?
Huh? Who sent the voicemail?
Is this
Don't
Donni?
worry
Did you
about it.
just send me straight to voice?
Oh, hey, Donni. No, I apologize. I was on the other line.
Oh.
What's going on?
But suddenly not anymore. 30 seconds later. when
It's
you did
okay.
it.
Kendra, it's okay. We already know
Donni,
we have a different relationship. We have a different relationship. Here, look,
David has bypassed on Do Not Disturb, Donni. I apologize. I will put you right now. Since you want to call me out, let me just put you on here
Thank
as an
you.
emergency bypass. Done, Donni. Whenever you want, you got me. What's
Thank
up,
you.
David?
So,
Okay.
Kendra, again, you're live on the Social Proof Podcast, and this is the trademark attorney. What's your Instagram?
Kendra Stevens.
Kendra Stevens. Okay, just add Kendra Stevens.
STEPHEN.
So make sure you get her
S
up.
on the end, STEPHEN, y'all. Until I get married, it's that complicated.
I heard
What's going
that.
on?
So actually, me and Donni, we got a trademark in with Kendra, and she's handling trademark stuff. So here's the thing: we have we're trying to buy a company. We're trying to buy a t-shirt brand. It's called Living Blessed. Now they use the letters kind of. It looks like Living Single, but it's actually Living Blessed. Now he hasn't trademarked it just yet, and there's a Living Blessed clothing line that has a dead trademark. So we're trying to see what our options are right now.
Okay, so So don't be fooled by what you see as dead in the USPTO, right? Something that may appear as a dead trademark may be like they didn't complete their application, but they may still have rights under common law or even a state trademark. So this is why like the search is so important. And you know why the search is so important because you guys have been on a search results call with us, is that we can look behind what you're seeing as a dead trademark in the USPTO, but a real live and profitable trademark out in the real world. Because sometimes people just mess up on their application. Like they might have the wrong information. They might have submitted the wrong proof of use for specimen, or they might just have forgotten they had their application pending. Like we get calls quite often from people that'll be like, oh, I started an application and I moved and I didn't keep up with it. And now it's a dead trademark, but they've been using it in the real world. You know what I mean? So when you see a dead trademark, that actually means you need to do more research or pay an attorney to actually look into it, because at any point in time, that dead trademark can become wake back up from the dead, and they can oppose your trademark application, which is going to cause a proceeding, which is going to cost you more money and time. Or they can, even after you've gone through the entire process, you got a certificate and you think you balling, they'll pop back up and actually file to cancel your trademark because they actually have what's called priority over you because they used it before you. So they have ownership under common law or state law.
So what do we need to do before we buy Jamar's company?
Actual search. And then also just looking through all the assets, because you don't want to buy liability, right? You don't want to buy a potential lawsuit from him. So looking through everything like the designs to make sure they're not infringing on anyone else's rights, making sure that if he did hire any graphic designers, making sure you have all of the intellectual property rights and what they've designed and things like that. And obviously making sure you can secure the trademark itself. Now, if he doesn't have the trademark, absolutely fine. As long as you guys know, hey, we need to go in and get this trademark registered ASAP because he didn't take care of that. Now, honestly, with the type of, how do I put it? I'm not going to talk about no other attorney. Just how I practice. If you came in and you're like, Kendra, we need to make sure this is secure, then we're not just looking at, what he's doing, but also like all the other areas that you may need to grow into, right? Because there is the actual product of the t-shirts that you're selling, but then there's also the service of selling. So if he has a domain, if he has any social media assets, like looking at all those things that need to be incorporated in your agreement and making sure it's a proper transfer of ownership.
Okay. So essentially in this case, we would have him contact you, our trusted legal representation, to conduct that trademark search. And then provided that this is what we'll do. You contact Kendra Stevens, pay her to do the trademark search. If the trademark is clear and trademarkable, we'll assume that cost of trademark, but it's deducted out of what we're paying you, right? Yeah. If the trademark is unclear and untrademarkable, then that trademark search is yours to eat.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Thank you, Kendra.
Thank you, Donnie. Listen, I put you on favorites, Donnie. No more voice.
Yo, you don't have to be guilted into doing that. I still want to be special. Kendra.
Listen, I've been watching Donnie's moves. I want to be on Donnie's live, and I want to be in Donnie's story, so I can't be affording to upset Donnie, okay, David? I'm sorry. When I come to Atlanta, I'm coming to hang out with Donnie. I'm going to see you too, David, but, you on daddy duty.
First off, I connected y'all, and now y'all getting up together. You know what? I feel away. Kendra,
I'm gonna call you, girl. I'm gonna call you.
Now, Kendra, we definitely got to get you on. We definitely got to get you on the podcast, Kendra, ASAP.
For sure. Thanks, guys, for hitting me up. I love the question. That was great. Keep it coming.
Thank you.
Right.
I'll let you know before we buy anybody's business.
All right, please do. Thank you.
Right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
So with that being said, Leander, the same thing. Is your business trademark?
Joe, I'll give you $500, bro. I'll give you $500, bro. And we just worry about it later.
Joe, it's looking real $1,000 right
It's
now.
looking nasty.
It's
out
looking
here.
real like I'll take care of your next month's rent right now.
What are your monthly bills? Let's just take
What are your
care
monthly bills?
Yo, you know what?
It's looking real
June on us.
dinner on me. It's looking real dinner on me right now, sir. It's looking real shopping spree-ish.
That's good. Yeah, 100%. We'll take you to H&M, bro. Ball out, fam.
Listen.
Go crazy at H&M. You lit.
Listen. No, so that was good.
Yeah,
so
that was
the
good.
next step, if you're serious, because it'll take her a couple of days, and you want to do this before this podcast drops on Thursday of next week, right? So that means today you want to hit Kendra and tell her, hey, I'm Jovan, who Donni and David were talking about. I need to just pay to see if this trademark is even possible to trademark. You want to do a trademark search for Living Blessed, and you want to do a trademark search for the Living Blessed logo design, okay? First step, she's going to give you the results. In the event that the trademark is free and clear and we can take it, we'll take over the responsibility financially for that. We'll pay you your $9,000. You go and have a nice day, because we still got to pay for the trademark. When we said 10, you said the trademark was already in process, which further questioning determined that was a lie.
Further, because you said it's in the process, which means, I don't know if are we still at 9,000 or are we at 8 at least? 4 and 4?
I'm okay with
it was
giving him
deception.
$9,000.
So now we got to look back. Now we got to look into the 40,000, because he said, oh, well, not 100.
I need to see the financials.
Then he said 50. Then he said, well, okay, maybe not 50.
I'm actually not concerned with how much money he's made. That has nothing
we're
to
negotiating. What do you mean?
Well, no, the number is the number. Either you want these 9 bands or you don't. 8 bands or not. Because the thing is, right, you've been sitting on this brand for 3 years. Take that $9,000 and invest in JovanPalmer.com and do something big with that, right?
Yeah.
Take that money and do something big. And I kind of already know, you know what I mean? Like that t-shirts aren't your strength.
Yeah.
Because we know.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things like, I want to do it. I found out how to do it. It's all right.
Well, and honestly, if we're being transparent, I think maybe even the influence of David and what he was able to do, and now you're connected and you're like, yo, let me do a t-shirt line, because that's what happens, right? I did my t-shirt line as influenced by you. And then I realized I'm not that person, right? So let us take that off your hand for $8,000, as long as we can own that trademark, because it's that, even though we'll come up with different things to say, it's the Living Blessed brand that I'm attracted to. And God, I wish I'd have known this years ago, because I wanted to take that from you years ago. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we got that.
Anybody else want to sell something for the low?
Let us see.
Any other businesses?
Let us see how legally found or solid you are in your business. And there is no cash investment into you, because you need our talent. So with you, as long as you have a brand that you own free and clear, you can show us your profit statements, your P&L statements, and you can show us some testimonials from some clients, maybe even interview a few of your clients, then we're good at 15%. I'm sorry, 20%. We are good at 20%.
We'll grow it. We'll grow it, baby.
We'll grow the heck out of your business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that, like I said, you can take 80% of $1 million, or you can keep sitting cute at 120. Next, anybody else?
Anybody else?
Any equity going right now?
What's up, Eric? What's happening, baby?
Free rental properties. I need some consultation. We bartering.
Consultation, free rental
properties.
So tell me about the free rental property play.
So basically, man,
say who you are, because this is a 8-figure real estate investor. Come on, let's talk.
My name is Eric Armstrong. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. Man, I've been in e-commerce for a long time. I've been in real estate for 7 years.
Because you grew a 7-figure hair company before.
Yeah, so I own her hair company. We were blessed to make the Inc. 500 list 16, 17, and 18.
Nice.
But I've been investing since 14. And
I don't want you guys to skip over that. He said we were blessed to make the Inc. 500 list in 16, 17, 18.
Correct.
That's a big deal.
Very lit.
Okay? I appreciate it.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And so I was taking the money I was making and putting it into real estate. So I was flipping at first, but it was taking too much time. So I started acquiring rental properties. And I started using a method to where I acquire under a certain percentage to basically acquire the property, fix the repairs, and take care of all fees. And I started leveraging banks to where I had so much equity in the properties that I didn't have to come out of money out of pocket at the end of the deal, or they will reimburse me. So basically, you get a free property and you make infinite profits because you don't have any cash in the game. You have the sweat equity.
Now,
so
with
we
these
coach
rental
you
properties,
and you get us a property?
Man,
But-
it's a barter.
but do they come with like a roof?
Yeah, it's fully renovated, fully
walls and water running,
renovated
brother?
property. Fully
This-
renovated.
It's habitable? Like it's
Definitely.
Inhabitable.
It's all about how you acquire. You rehab it, and then at the end of the process, again, you get your money back.
Give me a real deal that would be an example of this.
All right. So, let's say we find a property.
Give me one that actually happened.
Yes. Okay. So we found a property for $75,000. We rehabbed it with $25,000. It needed carpet, it needed painting, and some touch-ups. Nothing major. We probably had to switch some appliances because they were older. By the time that we closed on the deal at $75,000, we're paying a bank for the loan, fee and closing fees of $5,000. So we're 80 in. We have the $25,000 in repairs, so we're about 105. Now, the ARV, that's the value of the home when the home is, renovated. So the potential value of the home was 150. So the bank will give you 80% of ARV for any property. And so that's where, 80% of 150, I want to say is right around 120, 118. So that cash back, you could keep it and reinvest it into another property, or you could walk away with it. It's tax-free because it's a loan, technically. You're borrowing against a loan.
So you actually put the $75,000 or $80,000 cash up front, and then the bank gives you 120 back.
That is if somebody like yourself who has cash wants to acquire like that, right? Yes, you could do that. But I just go get a lender that will actually fund the deal. He'll fund the repairs and the property.
Like a hard money joint.
Hard money, but there's
201?
but no, that's for house hacking. It's a construction lender. So if you Google construction lender, they'll help you with any rehab out there.
It's very
So basically what you're saying to us is you will take care of all of that part.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving us a property that we don't have to put any cash into.
You would have to pay for closing fees.
That little
I will
$5,000.
connect you with the person who will lend you the property. Does that make sense?
Lend us the money for the property.
100%.
Gotcha.
And then what is that lending based off of?
The lending is based off the property. So the only thing that they evaluate you on is your credit score because you pay interest. So the construction loan is for a year. So you're paying interest on the term. Pardon me?
Making sure he got good credit.
Yeah, we had a business meeting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, you get a construction loan. It's for a year. So you get a year to rehab the property, go through this process. Give or take, a property that is horrible, to the studs, it's going to take you 4 months. So you're paying the interest payment, for 4 to 5 months. And then
So I guess I'm just trying to figure out how this is a barter because I could technically go and find my own property.
I will teach you how to get the property. So that's the skill set that most people, there's properties everywhere.
It's taking time away, going to get he finds it. This is the deal, go for it. So
We're still $75,000 in.
We don't got to put up no money.
We getting the loan.
Yeah, but coming out of pocket other than the $5,000. Then
we got to pay the loan back.
The property pays the loan back.
You
Donnie.
refinance it. Remember, the property will appreciate once you rehab it. So if it was worth that, it's worth $150. When you refinance it, the bank again gives you 75 to 80% on the ARV, which again is the 120, the 118 or so that we talked about.
So
and that's how you get your money back to rinse and repeat the process. So the skill set is to find the type of property that you could do this with.
All right, so what do you think? We're going to have a meeting. Give me a second. So what do you think?
I feel like, are these properties in Atlanta?
So you could practice this anywhere, but my property's in Indianapolis.
We about to be in
Nantucket,
the price point in Indianapolis in the Midwest is going to be a lot cheaper than
I'm
here.
interested in Chicago.
So let me tell you the situation. And this is a real thing. So me and Terica,
I remember.
I just picked up 3 doors with Terica in Louisiana.
I like how you're using insider language. I just picked up 3 doors.
3 doors.
Properties,
I'm an investor.
guys,
You know what I mean? So actually, it's 2 properties. One of the properties has two doors.
A duplex.
Yeah. So what happened was she found a property, negotiated the whole deal. Her management company managed it. What are you doing?
There was a random piece of hair on my foot. And now it's on my finger.
Did you take a shower today? Or
first of all,
morning or night showers?
There is hair on this floor, okay?
We have events here.
Look at that.
There are events here. Anyway, all right, so look.
Okay.
So she found the property.
Mm-hmm.
She negotiated the deal. I sent her the money. She said, this is how much we need. I sent her the money.
How much was that?
It was, the value was $80,000. It's in Louisiana, like, I forgot, something Louisiana. But we sold, here's what's crazy. She negotiated something crazy. So the joint was $75,000 or $80,000, something like that. He was selling it for. She negotiated, him being the bank, I put down $10,000. He carries the note for X amount of time. My mortgage is like $200. There was already a renter in there. Well, it's two renters. One of them we had to get rid of. But the construction was, I think she said the construction is going to be about 20 or something like that. But the owner is carrying the note. They had a $500 deposit that was already on file. They actually sent that to me already. So we just did the roof this week. So my point, moral of the story is, all I do is send her money and she does the construction and all that. And she manages the property for a percentage of the rent.
Can I get in on the next one?
This is the next one.
Man.
What are you talking about?
So this is...
So we could barter a few.
That's why I feel so comfortable, because
that's a great swap.
I've done this
now,
twice,
they will
actually.
be in Indianapolis because I have a team, and that's how I make sure that...
Indianapolis is also a really good market for tax lien certificates.
100% up north in Lake County, near Chicago.
Can you guess the tax lien?
I can.
Run that.
All right, so what are we doing?
What do they have, a 12-month redemption period in?
That's in some counties. If you get an OTC over the counter, you get it right then and there. That means it didn't get taken up by anybody.
So what do you need from us?
I think that we create a. I need to understand the value that I'm getting from you, and then I can let you know exactly what I trade.
Is he interviewing us?
Because
are we on the other side of the interview? Am I giving you my resume?
Do they go to Shark Tank asking for qualifications? You do this work. You should have been over there Googling
I can get you free properties, but I can't get you an infinite amount. You know what I'm saying? So
we need two.
I like three. He said three.
He said three?
He did.
So let's negotiate that. Let's talk about it.
What do you need from us, though?
So I am going to relaunch Entrepreneur to Entrepreneur, basically where I teach people how to get free properties. And so I definitely would like somebody to oversee just basically the strategic launch of it and execution.
So you need launch strategy.
Definitely.
Little marketing.
Definitely.
That's what we do.
Okay, let's have
Okay.
All right, so...
It sounds like a go.
Sound like a go.
We're going to just stand over here and talk like...
we're going to act like... We're going to act like we're thinking about it?
We're going to act like we're thinking about it because it sounds like a no-brainer.
Yeah, it does sound like a no-brainer.
We could potentially end up with properties that we make recurring revenue from for years.
That are going to increase in value.
We help him with the launch. We give him 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
We can give
3 properties?
6 months, 3 properties.
Okay.
We help him with launch strategy.
Okay.
We do a little marketing. Put it on a social proof podcast. Done.
Yeah.
All right, run it.
All right.
So after much deliberation.
And I mean, we were going back and forth like, I don't know.
My plate's really full right now.
Yeah, me too. And I was like, I don't know. But then we thought about it.
I've been paying attention, taking notes, and you had a lot of time earlier.
I don't like his attitude. Back to me. I don't like his attitude.
I think it was a character flaw.
Yeah, it's a character flaw.
He seems bossy.
I
don't know if he's coachable.
Very much so.
You think he's coachable?
David mentors me.
Is he coachable?
Are y'all in our meeting? Like, come on, bro. I'm trying to have a meeting here. There's a door right here. So he might not be coachable. I don't know.
He might not be that coachable. He seems like he knows it all.
But he did remember. You did say that, though.
I did say that. He pays attention to the
details.
He pays attention. Is he an executor?
Yeah, he executes.
He's an executor.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Too funny.
So due to my limited availability, after much deliberation, weighing out the pros and the cons.
And we actually have room. We have room for one more
We just have room for one. Well, today, in this room specifically.
Yeah, right now.
Because we're going to go live later and run this.
Yeah.
I just feel like, this would definitely be more for you than for us. You know what I mean? But I feel like...
Hold on. Does he have to take us to a really nice restaurant? Like, you gotta take us to dinner?
That's the deal sealer.
That's the deal
That's
sealer.
the
Okay,
deal
all right, cool,
sealer
cool.
right there. Okay.
We've got terms.
Okay.
So real quick, before you
Oh,
speak,
you got more?
before you speak, I want you
He's
to
gonna
really
blow this deal.
understand.
He's about to
I
blow
really
the
want
deal.
you to
You're
understand the
about to
value
blow
of
the deal, sir.
I hope not. But I want you to understand just the value of a rental property. It's not all about cash flow. It's about the equity in the property, the tax deductions that you get, you know what I'm saying, and the generational wealth. So it's a long play.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there. It
I
wasn't
understand that his strategy is actually $1 million strategy.
Yeah, it's $1 million strategy.
Properties.
Oh, yeah, we can get rich. Yeah,
We
super
can make
rich.
$1 million and just give him 6 months.
Absolutely.
And then we make him pay for dinner.
Yeah. We've got terms.
let's talk.
We're with it. Well, you got to go to a really nice restaurant, though, to seal the deal.
I understand that.
Is that, and I mean really nice. Like, I only talk business negotiations over 5 stars.
I respect it.
Somewhere where there's a fresh array of raw oysters.
Yeah. And there's no more than one of that restaurant.
This is not a chain restaurant.
That's funny.
This is not a chain restaurant. I'd like to have to put on a dress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a no hat policy type
They
space.
have a no hat policy.
Cool. It's cool.
Collar on your
David being
shirt.
there, you know what I'm saying?
I just we out here. First time. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We appreciate your terms. So
Lord,
send us some dates and we'll get our assistants. Jen. To clear the calendar.
So one person is just, okay.
All right, we'll do that. Appreciate
Cool.
it.
Appreciate you, my brother. All right, man. This has been fun.
This is
Can't
really
wait to,
fun.
we need a boss. Yes, man. Equitable Partnerships.
Yo, first of all, I just got another business idea that we got to discuss offside.
Okay.
We're not putting it on the podcast, but we're on to something. Yeah. We're on to something really big. So let's start here. So we are going to assume Jovan's business completely.
Yes.
In the event that, his legal ducks are in a row.
Yep.
We are going to partner with Leander in the event that his ducks are in a row. There's a couple of more things that we got to discuss with you. Because I feel like people know we're it. When I'm thinking about just what the affiliates have gotten from being on the show, right? I feel like it's major audacity to come in here. Like he said 3%.
Why would he say 3%?
Who does he think we are?
I don't know what he was thinking.
What was he thinking?
I have no idea.
I mean, it was really disrespectful. Leander with his 3% offer up front.
3%.
Like basically, I think he was trying our intelligence. And I've always had this thing about men specifically trying my intelligence. You know what I mean? I just feel like
that's going to cost you an extra 5%. We're at 25 now.
We're at 25.
Just for your attitude. 5% for the attitude.
Just for the audacity. The audacity of it all just costs you 5%. So anyway, but also a very nice dinner.
That's in every deal, Joe. Every deal.
That's in every deal. And depending on the deal, it may require like a flight, non-spirit. So
absolutely. Oh my gosh, let's get out of here, man. This episode is sponsored by The Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com, themorningmeetup.com. Go to themorningmeetup.com and invest $1 to see what the magic that's going on every single morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are teaching entrepreneurship. We have a monthly theme, then every day we have a call that supports the monthly theme. Okay, so go to themorningmeetup.com and join hundreds of entrepreneurs that gather every single day. Also, join the Patreon because we got to do some Patreon talk right after this. Like maybe a few minutes just to behind the scenes stuff. But that's all I got. Patreon.com/David Never Sleeps.
This episode is also sponsored by 6-Figure EDU. That's 6 spelled out SIX. Guys, I have a dope community where I am training and developing coaches and consultants to build their business from the ground up. And the goal is to help them build a 6-figure profitable coaching and consulting business from scratch. So if that is you, go to www.sixfigureedu.com. And we are also sponsored by the dopest content platform on the planet Post to Paid. I created Post to Paid because the number one problem that I have identified in entrepreneurs and CEOs that I work with is them not knowing what to say on social media, how to connect. Everything is a sales pitch. Everything feels awkward. And selling and engaging on social media is far beyond click the link in my bio. Mm-hmm. So in this community, I teach you or tell you what to say exactly 3 times a day. I will personally text you 3 times a day exactly what to say to engage, entertain, and earn money from your audience on social media in order to get onto that. And it's less than $1.23 a day.
Really? That's a steal.
It's less than $1.23 a day. It's literally $37 a month, you guys. And yes, I am the person who creates the post. And it's not easy to do. I should be charging like $97 a month for this easily.
Maybe give it a couple months, see how you feel.
Maybe if I partner with you.
That's what I'm talking about. See? That's how Black people are supposed to get together and just make stuff happen. Yes.
Right?
Who pays for the dinner, though?
Post to Pay will take us to dinner.
Okay, all right, go. Take it out of the profits.
If you want to be a part of Post to Pay, just text me the words Post to Paid at 404-737-2767.
There it is.
You know what is interesting really quickly before we go? Do you ever get people, well, you're married, so maybe not, but I always get people who are trying to date me through my text marketing app. Hey, Donni, I saw you on the app. I know you were marketing like a post group, but I'm trying to see if I can take you to dinner.
You be having some thirst traps up there, though. So I understand it. Now I understand why. I mean, not nothing raunchy, but it'd be some little gazing in your eyes from the post. You know what I mean? You have your legs out every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Like your whole, your angles. So I understand.
I definitely, you know what? I'm going to take that back. I appreciate you guys recognizing my angles and wanting to, but...
your lighting and all that. I understand.
But no, so the text phone number is strictly for business. 404-737-2767. Text the words Post to Pay.
Are you married though?
Listen.
Are you engaged? I'm just saying.
I am not married. I am not engaged. I am very single in Atlanta.
Which means the text number is strictly for business.
Unless. And my DMs are strictly for business as well. You see something in my eye? Ooh.
Did you wash your face? Do you do nights? You must be a night bather.
No, so yeah. No. I'm one of those. I am a night bather. I'm a night bather and a morning showerer, if that makes any sense. For sure. But
we gotta get out of here, man. Listen, do me a favor, man. Go get you some social proof. Also, what really, really helps us in this show, what really, really helps us is subscribing to the channel. It costs you nothing. It's free. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button on your podcast app, Apple, Shopify. Just hit subscribe.
Subscribe? I just wanted to do that.
Yo.
I'm out of here.
We'll see y'all later. Peace. All right, look, I know you're enjoying the episode, but I got to tell you, finally, you asked for it, and we created a Patreon, okay? We created an inner circle. We have amazing stories, amazing information, how-tos from the episodes. The only thing we're missing is a community. So it's about that time. We put together our Patreon. We put together a community because we have to have conversation around the information. So even this podcast we're listening to right now, there needs to be conversation. I want to hear what you got. Like, let's throw some stuff back and forth. And because we're like-minded, we're all going in the same direction. When we connect in a community, we can connect on other stuff outside the community because we're building real relationships. Okay, so check out the Patreon. We got 3 tiers. I don't care what tier you join. The support is appreciated.